Yankees swept the Tigers over the weekend. The Tigers have really good pitching and a serviceable bullpen, but they can't hit. So I don't know if they're going to go out and try to make a move because their offense is Javi Baez can't play anymore. It's so sad. This guy was even when he was at the Mets playing second base, he was a good player, but he can't hit anymore. Breaking ball away, he just waves at it. And then Spencer Torkelson had 31 home runs last year. He has 0. He has 0 this year. So if those two guys aren't going to hit, unless they make this big dynamic move. Now, Riley Green, former first-round draft pick, has really played well. He has a top WAR in the American League. But Yankees took care of business. They got great pitching. Again, Nestor Cortez was amazing. Their bullpen has been absolutely amazing. But when you're going to talk about the Yankees right now, I'm sorry. I mean, I saw almost every single one of Judge's 62 home runs in his MVP season. And he is a very special player. Juan Soto is a different cat, man. It's a different sort of player. Juan Soto is just excelling on the stage. His impending free agency doesn't seem like it bothers him. This guy is second in the American League to Sal Perez in terms of RBIs. He does everything great. And, sometimes you see him styling out of the box, right? Well, in 25 at-bats with runners in scoring position, he's hitting .440 with 22 runs batted in and an OPS of 1.380. So, he plays hard. Every ground ball, he runs down to first base like his hair is on fire. So he's not one of those guys who lopes to first base. He does look at home runs, and he almost got burned in Baltimore when the ball banged off the wall. He got a triple. But, boy, is he good. Don, I don't know how much you get a chance to watch him.
Oh, yeah.
He is something special.
He's terrific. And this is going to sound crazy because it's the New York Yankees. He might price himself out of here. What if he has just an absolute monster year? Could you see teams or a team going north of 50 a year?
Oh, the Mets will.
And
because the Mets, they might not have a good year this year, and so that puts more pressure to get him.
And if these numbers, and because then he's gonna check a lot of boxes, right? Like he can handle New York and all that. And again, I think he probably wants to be a Yankee, but he's got Boris as his agent, so he's going to want to get top dollar.
Don, I got to tell you something. I believe that wherever he signs, he's going to get over 50 a year.
And I just wonder, would the Yankees go there with Judge's contract, still Stanton left on his contract, Cole, how much he's making a year, and again, those are all bargains the way those guys can play. Not Stanton, but clearly Cole and Judge. But at some point, you're going to. We've seen it. The Yankees have a budget. They have a limit. And will they go there? Now, you could say, well, they made the trade. They had to know there was the possibility it could explode. So they must think there's at least a chance that they could re-sign him. But if he has the kind of year I'm thinking he's going to have, Michael, it might actually go to a stratosphere the Yankees aren't willing to go.
It's going to be a fascinating offseason. It really will be. And I look at social media after the game. Give him a blank check. Stop being a jerk. A blank check. So what if the Yankees and Steve Cohen give him a blank check? How high does it go? $100 million a year? Nobody gets blank checks. Nobody gets blank checks.
I know you hate the phrase "good problem," but the funny thing is, it is a good problem you're hoping for.
That he has a great year. That
the year is so great that he costs you worry you have to pay him $60 million.
It is a good problem, but if what Don says is true, and the Yankees have always been, they spend a lot of money, but they also do draw lines in the sand. Like if Cohen goes to $60 million a year, would the Steinbrenner family be willing to do that? I don't know.
I've always said the worst case scenario for Yankee fans, if the Mets have a really disappointing year, and they're going to want to make up for it to their fans that what's happened would then be 2 straight years of disappointments, that Cohen just decides to write the check and says, be damned, I'll give him $60 million a year, I don't care. And if that happens, the Yankees are not going to go that high. Look what they did with Judge. Then this is a guy that you benefited from for years. You made the judges' chambers. They still negotiated. They didn't give a blank check. So you think after 1 year they're going to give Soto a blank check?
Yeah, nobody gets a blank check.
Nobody gets a no. But that's where Cohen could make a huge difference. Just laying in the weeds there, playing responsible, not going crazy, and then all of a sudden he pounces.
And then blow it in the right spot. Now, here's the thing, though. Michael, like, is Judge cool enough and understanding enough that like he would be able to handle Soto getting more?
I believe he is.
Like, it would be worth it to him.
Well, I mean, moving forward, Peter, this is the second year of his contract.
So
right?
he knows he's never going to be the top one again.
So he's got 7 more years. The way the game is trending, people are going to make more than $40 million a year. He's got to accept that. So does he want to win a championship? Well, then you want a 25-year-old Juan Soto along the ride with you.
Right. It's going to be someone. Might as well be him.